Good morning, children. Today we will revise again the chapter maps, our guide. So maps are generally, they are drawn on a flat piece of paper. They are very handy. We can carry easily in our pockets, and they are very sufficient, fixed or fit to show or depict a specific place. Suppose we want to see any specific state or country or any place, then it can be nicely depicted on a map in a large scale. But globe is the model of the earth where we can see the whole world's placement, where the things are, all the water bodies, everything together as a mass. So they are round in shape or curved. The globe is curved in shape. So, and it is larger in size. So it is not so much handy. But maps are easily, they can be carried from one place to another, and it is useful to study a specific place. Now there are various types of maps we have studied already: political maps, thematic maps, and physical maps. So political maps, mainly they show the boundaries, international boundaries, state boundaries, and the places of every country. Physical maps, they point out the mountains, all the rivers, and they point out all the physical features of our world. And thematic maps means vegetation, crops growing wherever the place, those things are shown in the thematic maps. Now, as to study a map, we need some language. When we read a book, we need the language to know the language of that specific book. Similarly, to study a map also we need the language. That is some language of maps, it is told. So what are the languages of maps? They are the sign and symbols, the scale, the colors, and the symbols of the map through which we study the map. Now, on the board you can see some conventional symbols I have drawn here. They are important, and from here only I may give you some question. All are not important because you cannot draw so much. So the easier one which you can draw, those pictures only I have drawn here, and that one only I am going to discuss today. The conventional symbols. So let us start with this topic only. Even directions are also very important to study a map. So mainly 4 directions are there: north, south, east and west. Beside this, there are more 4 sub-directions. That is between north and east, northeast, northwest, southeast and southwest. So these are the 4 directions of the sub-directions. So first let us study the conventional symbols. Now, to see in a physical map specially, we want to see the physical maps, we use some colors. Like blue colors will show you the water bodies like oceans, rivers, lakes, they will show you. So wherever the blue color is used, that means you will find out the water bodies on a map. Next comes the green color. It depicts the plains or lowlands on a map. The places which are lowlands or plains, those areas are marked with green colors. Next comes the brown color. The mountains or the highlands, they are marked with brown color. They are colored with brown. And plateaus are mainly colored with yellow. So by seeing a physical map, with the color sense, we can understand is in this place, these locations, we can find out the water bodies, plateaus, plains, then lowlands, whatever we want, we can find out with the colors. The symbols like the state boundaries, in a political map especially, you can see the state boundaries. They are shown with a small dash, small hyphens like keeping in gap there are small hyphens. You can draw a minimum length and you can depict the state boundary. The international boundary means the line mark of from one country to another. That means from India, if you want to mark the outer boundary of India and Pakistan, that international boundary all outside is marked with 1-1 dot, 1-1 dot. It is marked like this. Next come metal road. The roads are marked with the two parallel lines. Unmetal road they will be marked with like this, keeping in gap dash with the two parallel lines, but they are not at a straight line drawn. Some gaps are in between. Next come bridge. Bridge is drawn like this, only two parallel lines, but the outer sides are just opposite sides they are drawn. Opposite sides the slanting lines are drawn. So by this you can draw the symbol of bridge. Next comes the railway line. Draw a straight line and just in between you draw some perpendicular lines, small perpendicular lines closer to each other. So it will depict the railway line. Next comes the dam. Dam is also draw a straight line and below you will draw some V shape or opposite triangles. You draw some opposite triangles, you see, and then you color it. Then it will depict the dam. Next comes the capital city. Capital city in the political map also you can see before the capital city one dot is there and it is encircled with another one. Again one encircle is there. So the capital city is symbol is this one. Now comes some alphabetical notation. They are the short form. What is post office is written as PO. Telegraph office is written as TO. Police station is written as PS and rest house is written as RH. It was all about the symbols. Now scale is also required because accuracy, otherwise we cannot see on the map. If you are drawing without a scale, then it becomes a sketch. When you have scale on a map, when you are drawing, suppose if the distance is 100 kilometer, we are making it 1 centimeter. So the ratio between the actual and the which one you are taking, the ratio is the scale of the map. So mainly maps are drawn by fixing up a scale, and the distance is shown likewise. And the direction is also, without the direction you cannot understand. If you know the place of any place is to the northeast, so you can easily find out where the northeast in the direction and you can search the place on the map. So these were some of the important points, key points of the chapter maps. So you have to practice the drawings of the conventional symbols and you have to learn the meanings. Now those who study the maps, they are known as cartographer, and the study of map is known as cartography. So these two words are very important from this chapter. And what is globe, what is map, already I discussed what is sketch. So these and the symbols you have seen, these are all the languages to study a map, languages of maps. Their directions, scale, symbol, these are all the languages through which, by which you can colors, by you can study a map. Thank you, children.